We'll start off in Nigeria, where the Nigerian Civil Aviation Authority, that's the NCAA, has approved the opening of the newly built ANAMBRA International Cargo and Passenger Airport for commercial operations. Now, according to this story also, in a letter dated 1st of December 2021 addressed to Governor Willie Obiano of Anambra State, the Aviation Authority received security clearance from relevant security agencies for the opening of the airport.
Now, speaking on the development, Anambra State Commissioner for Works, Mr. Marcel Ejiofor, commended the efforts of former Governor Willie Obiano for not relenting and ensuring that the Anambra Airport becomes operational ahead of Christmas 2021, as mass returns of Anambra people are living in the diaspora and other visitors. So there you have it. Big news in Anambra. We have a statement to back this one up, and there you have it from the civil NCA, which is Nigeria's aviation agency. Says, well, call to the Excellency may wish to recall NCA's response to your request for the commissioning of the Anambra Airport cargo for flight operation, and this was conveyed in a letter reference with the dated back in 28th October. So in view of the above and in line with the provisions of the Nigerian Civil Aviation Regulations, he says he's pleased to inform His Excellency by the authority hereby grants Anambra State approval to operate Category B aircraft or its equivalent or rescue fire category with the effect of 2nd December, and the operation shall be visual flight rules and only for sunset, and whenever outstanding requirements are met, all restrictions will be removed. All right, so it says the Anambra State government is required to adhere strictly and safety, security and COVID-19 requirements at the airport at all times. All right, so it's cargo, but it's also...
It's also for passengers. Now,
okay.
it is of international standard. That's what we're finding out. And this aircraft, or rather this airport, was tested in April of this year when the governor himself landed. The former governor, that's Willie Obiano, landed
because they have a new governor in Soludo.
Exactly. So, but of course, this project was it didn't just start today. There was a project similar to this that was initiated about 30 years back, but it failed to come to light. Now, this particular one was initiated in 2015 with the former governor and some other public-private partners that were involved with it at that time. But for one reason or the other, it was delayed till now. But the good news now is that some other airlines, now 3 airlines, Nigerian airlines, local and international airlines, have now been given approval to take off and land at this airport. All right, so commercial operations begin in Anambra State, so which means that in Anambra has an airport now that will at least take flights locally and also for cargo. Growing up, in fact, through the years, people have talked about the trade and the business acumen of the Anambrarians and how key Anambra is. The Asaba Airport was one of the most recent airports in Nigeria, linking Anambra and Delta states. But now we have a cargo airport where people many of them from that part of the country are into business and trading to come and do their business. So that is quite big. Well, we have to give credit to Willie Obiano, even because we know Soludo may have won the election, but he hasn't been sworn in yet. So now this project was commissioned and was orchestrated by Governor Willie Obiano, and he has been the one on the forefront sitting on this. It had a lot of challenges. I mean, the host community where that airport was built were trying their best to ensure that this airport did not come to daylight, but now the host community is Umeri, yes, and that's where this airport, this edifice, was rightly built. Also, in addition to this, Oli said, a lot of people have come out to talk about the economic benefits this will have in it, because the cargo section of the airport is for international purposes as well. That means farmers, that means local vegetation owners can actually transport their things from Anambra directly overseas. All right, so economic benefits and all still to come. We'll be looking at this one. Anambra starts, commercial airport travel and cargo in the state. Quite a big one indeed in Nigeria. Well, still on Breakfast Central on News, and so let's take you away from Nigeria and to Ethiopia in Addis Ababa, where the Ethiopian government forces and their regional allies have recaptured the town of Lalibela, a United Nations World Heritage Site from Tigrayan forces. Now, this was made known by the Prime Minister's office on Wednesday, and this is the latest in a string of towns that the military says it has retaken. The capture of Lalibela, a home to ancient rock hill churches and a holy site for millions of Ethiopian Orthodox Christians, is a significant symbolic gain for the government. Well, yesterday, President Abiy Ahmed's office said government soldiers supported by regional forces had recaptured other
territories from rebellious Tigrayan fighters.
The reported gains in Amhara followed news over the weekend that government troops had retaken Chifra town in Afar region after Abiy Ahmed left the capital, Addis Ababa, to direct fighting from the front lines.
Looks like the fighting still continues with Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed on the front lines. Well, that image has made the headlines most parts of this week. Well, him wearing military regalia, camouflage, and leading the front. In fact, you can see him there with the binoculars, also giving instructions to the generals and looking at how well the fight continues against the Tigrayan forces.
And some prominent people also in Ethiopia also were supportive of the Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed in his quest to regain those regions. Let's move on to Ghana. Now in Ghana, scientists on Wednesday have detected cases of the Omicron variant in passengers who arrived in the country 10 days ago.
Well, speaking at a launch event for the COVID-19 vaccination month, the Director General for Ghana's Health Service, Patrick Kumar Abuage, said the cases had come mainly from Nigeria and South Africa and were picked up through testing of passengers arriving at the Kotoko Airport, International Airport in Ghana.
There are reports confirming that weekly samples of 200 passengers arriving at the airport detected that 28% of those arriving from Nigeria and South Africa had the variant.
Wow. Well, the World Health Organization representative, Francis Chisaka Kosolo, who was in attendance at the launch event, confirmed the importance of getting people vaccinated, while Ghana's health minister announced plans to take mobile vaccination units to various areas, including churches and mosques.
He also confirmed that vaccinations will be available to all people over the age of 15.
All right, so Ghana announces new Omicron variants in the country and vaccination plans. Many will say no surprise. South Africa, clearly amongst people flying in, and also from Nigeria. What interesting is that Nigeria just recorded about 3 cases. We just announced in Nigeria we had about 3 cases. So clearly it's a sign that there are more.
There are more. And let's also not forget that countries like Canada have placed a ban list for some African countries. Now the list started with 7 countries. It has increased to 10 now with 3 addition. We don't know if Ghana might be added to that list because the numbers might just be increasing.
So it's Ghana now, Nigeria. There are clearly many countries in Southern Africa. Since the Omicron variant was discovered last week, there's been this kind of uproar about how it's been handled, and the reaction from many Western countries that the only thing that they know how to do now is ban African countries from travel. But we'll still see how this one goes in the coming days. So that's